What's up, everybody? It's Paul here. I'm actually broadcasting live from home today. Took a couple days off this week, but while I was home, I was actually thinking a lot, and one of the things that came to my mind is leadership. It's always something on my mind because I feel like there's a lot of bad leaders out there, and I feel like at the end of the day, their leadership is a process. It's not something you're born with, right? It's something you have to learn over time. So how do you do that, and what does it entail, right? So I think number one is you have to learn how to follow, right? And if you learn how to follow, you can in turn learn how to lead, right? So you find out what's important with the leader, so that you can say, okay, I can follow direction, and I can grow as I do that. But you also get to understand, like, hey, I can move forward with that direction, or they can give me decentralized control and say, okay, Paul, go ahead and take care of this, and lead the group, or lead this small team, right? Or lead a small project. But I think it's also about sacrifice and suffering. And how's it sacrifice, right? So, many times as being a leader, you have to sacrifice time, sleep, eating, right? One of the things I focused on when I was in the military was always being the last person to eat. And, this post was actually driven to me from church, which anyone who knows me, I'm not a big church person, or I haven't been for years. And Sunday I went to church. My son's doing his first confession this year. And when I was there, there's one priest, and I swear I feel like he's always talking to me. He's talking to the whole church, right? But I feel like he's talking to me. And he was saying, like, we train people to be leaders and to take on leadership roles, and we take our kids to do that. And listen, I've been pushing Nicholas and Olivia and Josie to be leaders since the second they were born, right? But there's a lot that goes into it, right? And it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to learn those skills overnight. So, he mentioned this, and it's like, it's resonated with me. So it's sacrifice, right? My wife and I are leaders to our children, right? We've sacrificed a lot. We went without sleep when they're young. If it was a situation where it was a financial issue and we didn't have the money, I'd go without eating so they could, right? It's also about listening, right? So you have people that work for you or work with you, and you really should listen to what they have to say. And I think that's the biggest part, is being open and listening to what people say, right? At the end of the day, if you said to me, hey, I don't like the way that you do this, Paul, fine. Let's find out what I can do or how we can work together so that it works for you. But also understand that you still have to follow certain things you have to do. You have a job you have to do. You have to be somewhere at a certain time, and you don't make excuses of what you're doing. That's fine. You can make mistakes. I don't care. Come to me with mistakes. It's part of the learning process, right? But it's also part of coaching, right? I want to coach you to be a better person, be a better salesperson, be a better business person, to be a better leader, right? And that's how leadership works, right? Your job is not to just be, I'm in charge, that's it, this is what we're doing, get it done. It's about also coaching the next group of people up to do your job. And I think when people are afraid to open up to others about that, or even afraid that they're going to take their job, is insecurity, right? Many times people get promoted from technical positions up into leadership positions, and they might not have led before. And the biggest thing you have to do is understand that if you've come into that technical position, understand you need to find someone to coach you and help you to the next level. You can't just take hey, I'm an expert with this technical aspect. Now I'm going to lead a team of 5 to 6 people in this technical skill, and it doesn't necessarily make you a good leader, right? You have to learn those skills. But also you have to understand that you have to find someone below you that you get promoted next week. You have someone to take that place, and that team doesn't fall apart without you being there. It's also about compassion, right? Compassion to understand that people are going to have bad days. They're going to have bad months. They're going to have bad quarters. It just happens. It's just the way it is, especially in the business world, right? You know, in sales specifically. Like, I remember I was scared to death at one point in my career to lose my job because I had 2 bad quarters in a row, right? And, you know, I had small wins, but not enough for me to be like, substantial. And that was where I went to my boss. I said, listen, this is just a bad time. I don't know what's going on. We're just in a dry spell. Just need you to be patient with me. I'm working hard. I'm doing what needs to be done every day to get the job done. And this process is about, you know, taking the, how do I put this? The mindset of, I'm always learning. I'm always reading. You can tell I read like crazy. Usually every morning I get up at like 4:35, work out, then I read for an hour or so, then have coffee, whatever, and then have some time with my wife for a few minutes. Then we start the hustle and bustle of the day, and now I'm up in my office working. But I create this discipline so that I can have time later with the rest of my family when school's over, or we have sports, or if we're on vacation like tomorrow, then hey, I'm shutting down. It's all about them, right? And this process is something to learn. So what is leadership? Leadership is about sacrifice, suffering, listening, coaching, compassion. And it's a process to learn. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's something that you should reach out to people who you respect and know they've been in leadership positions their entire life, and say, hey, I could use some insight. I could use some thought process about this. Can you help me with this? And that's where it comes down to humility. Do you have humility? Because that's what's going to help you be a better leader. Know that I don't know all the answers, but I can find them. Where are they? If not, I will dig deep and I'll make sure I get you that answer right away. All right? Otherwise, that's all I have to say about leadership today. There's plenty more of that to come from. You know, leadership, business, and sales are all intertwined. And, you know, you look at the acronym LBS, and like you're lifting pounds every day, because it is. It's understanding how to lead, who to lead, you know, understand your business, understand your numbers, the people, the process, and the financials. And it'll all come out together for you. All right. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon. Troy, James, Frank, Chris, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a great, hey, Stumpy, I see you're on there, buddy. Cheers. Hope you're well, mate. And get a chance, follow my pages, RTV Limited. It's a business consulting page for sales, leadership, and business consulting. Otherwise, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to ring the bell every day. Cheers.